All right, next group of questions is all about unit vectors. So unit vectors is just taking our vector and shrinking it down so it is 1 unit long. The math is pretty easy, but again, none of the arithmetic or the math that we're doing is hard. It's just about knowing what to do with. So to find the unit vector, the first thing we have to do is find the magnitude. So to find the unit vector, we find the magnitude. And then we multiply our vector by 1 over the magnitude. 1 over the magnitude times our original vector. That gives us the unit vector. Again, later when you're in calculus, it's going to be nice to have a unit vector every now and again so that you can work with a kind of a shrunken down version of your vector. Same direction angle, 1 unit long. Okay, so if we just have negative 3j as our vector, that vector is 0, negative 3. Remember, our vectors in this form would be ij, so it's 0i minus 3j. So the magnitude of this guy is just 3. Square root of 9 is 3. And so to find our vector that has our unit vector that's 1 unit long, but in this same direction, when we multiply through that 1/3, 0, and 1/3 times negative 3 is just negative 1. So there's the component form of your vector. In I and j form, that would be negative 1j. That's a pretty trivial example, but it's good to use the equation in a simple example before you do something that's a little more challenging. So with number 8, again, we're looking for the unit vector. So we're going to start with our original vector. I'm going to write it in component form, negative 12, negative 5. We're going to find the magnitude of our vector. If you remember your special right triangles, this is a 5, 12, 13 special right triangle. If you don't remember your special right triangles, you will do this math, get square root of 169, and that is it. We did much uglier examples in class. This one isn't so bad. 1 over your magnitude times your original vector. So negative 12 13ths, negative 5 13ths. Again, to find the unit vector, the first thing you do is find the magnitude, and then you multiply your original vector by 1 over the magnitude. That just shrinks your vector down to a unit vector.